In this video, we're going to be checking out how to drop a visual effects bomb into the streets of New York. Check it out. First thing we're going to do is start with a tracker. Going to make sure we're at our first frame in our sequence. Drag our tracker somewhere nice and contrasty, like the corner of this building, and track forward. Now that that's done, gotta make sure you go into operation, change to match move, otherwise nothing's gonna happen and it's gonna piss you off royally. So, moving on. Gonna drop our explosion in, connect that to our tracker node. First things first, we're gonna add a delta keyer. Grab our little eyedropper tool, key out that green. Let's take this green slider as well and tighten up a little bit, back it back right about there. If you zoom in on that, you'd see like that little edge that wasn't looking too clean. So you can always adjust these until it looks much, much better. Next thing we're gonna do is add a transform. We're gonna flip our footage around so the explosion actually blows up that direction. Shrink it down a little bit. Move it up into this corner so it can fill up our scene a little bit better. I wanna see some of that explosion coming behind the signs as well so it fits and tucks back, you know? Looks a little bit more realistic. All right, let's see where this goes. Up into the sign, not too bad. I actually want this to be a little higher and maybe even a little larger. Just to, you know, go big or go home, right? See where that lands, not too bad. Okay, cool, I'm all right with that. So let's copy our footage. We're gonna duplicate our plate footage, move this out to the right so that it's on top of our explosion, connect it to its merge. Now, let's go back to frame one just to, I don't know, just think it's a good habit to be on frame one. We're gonna do a Luma keyer. Start getting rid of some of the sky. Start messing with this slider. I know this needs to be inverted so that we save our buildings and remove the sky. Move the slider until your explosion comes out properly. Let's move it up. Back, back, back. Not too bad. That's looking pretty good. Let's zoom in on this edge. Needs a little help. It's kind of shaky. Let's throw a little bit of a blur on it and contract and expand. We're gonna bump that out to the right just to tighten that edge up a little bit. I'm all right with that. Not bad. We're in pretty good shape. So, to make the sky pop a little bit, I'm actually going to color correct the original footage and darken it so that this explosion, once we get this little fireball, it kind of just, it's washing and blending with the sky. You can't really even see it. So let's hook that up a little bit. Do CC for a color corrector on our original footage. Let's just bring its gain down a little bit. All right. Maybe give it a little contrast. Maybe not. Let's keep the gain. Now you get that nice pop of the fireball. Might be a little overkill. Bring it back up just a touch. I'm all right with that. All right. Next, we need to add our element. This is either a missile or a meteor, whatever you have going on in your mind. I'm gonna do a merge node, Drop it on in. Connect our Meteor footage. And right off the bat, let's delta key that blue screen out of there. Grab our eyedropper. Key that blue. It's not too bad. We need to transform this guy. Rotate it. Let's get it scaled down quite a bit. It's a pretty big meteor. It's like a global ender at the moment. Let's see where that hits. Oh, that was pretty good. Right on the money. It's a little slow for my liking. Kind of comes in like, not a whole lot of force going on. So let's grab this and retime it. Let's do a time speed. Say like 2.45. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's pretty fast. Maybe 2. Okay, cool. It's faster, but now it's late. So we got to click on the Meteor footage and in this global in and out slider. Just don't grab the front or the back. Just grab the center of the barbell, if you will, and slide that around. That's where your timing of your footage is. So we want this to smack right before we see the fireball. That might be on the money right there. Boom. All right with that. I'm seeing a little something spilling through that got keyed out, so we just need to draw like a rough polygon mask. We're going to go back to our Luma keyer on the duplicate footage. Let's click on this polygon here. Oh, let's actually drag it in and not connect it yet. That way we can see what we're doing. We'll just draw a pretty rough, this does not need to be perfect, mask around some of these buildings. Let's go around this whole sidewalk as well. I'm seeing a lot of light colors in the crosswalk design and stuff, just in case any of that's peeking. We're gonna invert that and connect it to our Luma keyer. Yeah, see? Now that that crosswalk got a lot brighter because we were actually keying out some of that with the Luma keyer. So, always got to double check. I am seeing it's getting a little sketchy. It's good, it's good, it's good. Zoom in. See, it starts to slip here. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. Just click and drag these back and it'll animate itself. And you can watch as it plays through. And it just corrects itself. So you could connect this to the tracking data if you wanted to, but it's just as easy to just click and drag and do a real quick animation. I suppose you could say I'm slightly lazy. All right, let's see what else we can do with this. Let's check our playback. Boom. Looking pretty good. The icing on the cake for this one, I actually have a firework that I'm gonna put for the big sparks that hit sometimes when a missile or meteor, like, I really like that like dramatic spark look to it. So let's see if we can time that up too. So bringing our firework footage. Let's see where that is. Right there in the beginning. We're actually going to, this has a nice black, dark black night sky background. So all we need to do with this is just in the merge node, this apply mode just changes to screen. And that takes the black out and we can slide it over, rotate it a little bit. We're gonna definitely need to mess with the timing. Yep, we're way early on this. So let's go back to the footage and our global in and out. Grab this barbell and slide it, slide it, slide it, slide it until it's blowing up just with that initial fireball. Yeah, there we go. And let's check that out. Boom. Nice. And there you go. That's how you drop a missile or a meteor into New York with visual effects in DaVinci Resolve. If you dug this video, please consider liking and or subscribing. Later.